Hi, Dr. Gundry here, and today I wanted to talk about my ideal dinner. Now, many people say breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but the truth is you don't even need breakfast, which is why I usually only eat one meal a day. In terms of overall health, dinner actually has a more significant impact on the body than most people realize. Your last meal of the day directly affects your digestion, sleep quality, and energy levels. Not only that night, but the following day as well. Just like drinking too much alcohol will result in a head-splitting hangover, eating a dinner full of processed foods, high in added sugars and unhealthy fats, can leave you feeling sluggish, bloated, mentally foggy, and backed up all morning long. Talk about waking up on the wrong side of the bed. So, what should you eat for dinner? Well, in my opinion, the ideal dinner consists of three key elements: a heaping portion of leafy greens, resistant starches, and a little bit of protein. For me, no dinner is complete without leafy greens. I eat a huge salad most nights. You get a ton of health benefits, they're incredibly filling, and you can eat as much as you want. Now, if greens aren't your thing, don't worry. Like most food, a little creativity goes a long way. I recommend adding grated garlic, olive oil, ripe avocados, and maybe even some walnuts for added flavor. Trust me, it tastes delicious. Some even say my salads are better than French fries. Next, I like to make sure to add resistant starches to my dinners. Resistant starches are carbs that don't get digested by your small intestine. Instead, they get fermented by your large intestine to help feed beneficial gut bacteria, which helps create more good bacteria and boost your gut health. Resistant starches are easy to prepare, affordable, and you might already have some in your pantry. My recommended resistant starches are sweet potatoes, millet, green plantains, jicama, rutabaga, turnips, tiger nuts, and almond flour tortillas. Then, to top things off, we add a little bit of protein. Now, when most people hear protein, they immediately think of meat. While most meats have high amounts of protein, they're also extremely high in unhealthy fats and added hormones. So, while eating meat is perfectly okay in small portions, when you overdo it and consume it every meal of the day, you're actually encouraging your body to gain weight. And not just because of the sheer number of unhealthy fats, but because everything from cows to chickens are pumped full of antibiotics and hormones, fed grain-rich diets, and crowded into too small spaces without enough room to move. It's a great way to fatten up animals, plus the people who eat them. This is why if you eat meat, I recommend a portion size of 4 to 6 ounces, and that's pasture-raised or grass-fed, like wild-caught Alaskan salmon, shellfish, and halibut. Pastured poultry like chicken, duck, and turkey. 100% grass-fed meat like beef, bison, lamb, and venison. There are also tons of fantastic plant-based protein sources like hemp hearts, hemp tofu, flaxseed, walnuts, or pressure-cooked lentils and other legumes. And if eating a salad every day sounds boring, don't worry, my ideal dinner opens the door for a ton of variation. Here are 3 of my favorite meals for when I don't feel like eating a big salad. Kicking us off, we have sauteed chard with wild-caught salmon and a roasted sweet potato. How delicious does that sound? Everyone deserves a little pizza from time to time, and I love making a homemade cauliflower crust pizza with pesto and fresh buffalo mozzarella. Last up, we have stir-fried broccoli with sesame, onion, and ginger. You can also add a few slices of grass-fed beef if you're feeling it. As you can see, there are a lot of creative, great-tasting ways to create a dinner of champions. And this is just scratching the surface. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of ways to incorporate these 3 ideal elements: leafy greens, resistant starches, and a little protein into your dinner menu. So you can set the foundation for a healthy, nutritious dinner that will have you feeling great throughout the night and all the next morning. Do me a favor and create your version of my ideal dinner. I'd love to see what you come up with. And if you've got any health and wellness questions you're dying to ask, I want to hear from you. Just leave a comment below, and maybe your question will be the topic of one of my next videos. Oh, and make sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss a thing. I share fun, informative new videos all the time because I'm Dr. Gundry and I'm always looking out for you.